Welcome to Season 2, Episode 30. Man, Episode 30 already, I can't believe it. Spring is coming, the boat is coming along. I'm very happy. I'll be priming these decks this week. Lots of painting went on, lots of things happened that you're about to see. I want to thank everybody for supporting the WBE, sharing, liking, commenting, Patreon supporters, anybody that sends me things in the mail. That stuff is all awesome. Tell your friends about it. Let's make the Wooden Boat Experience community even larger. I hope you will enjoy episode 30, and here we go. My earliest memory is riding in my grandfather's boat, arm over the side, hand in the spray. I've spent much of the rest of my life chasing this feeling. All of that has led to this, the Wooden Boat Experience. At the end of episode 29, we started fixing all those old lag holes. I find it hard to believe that in roughly the same area, right there, and right across on the other engine stringer, right there, somebody broke off a lag. These look cut off. I don't know why somebody would do that, but I gotta fix it. Well, come to find out, it wasn't a cut off lag. It was a nail in there for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe this is the same thing. It sure does look like the end of a lag or a bolt. But it's not. Well, that was a lot easier than the battle I was afraid I was about to have. Every once in a while, you win some. You don't just lose. I gave my friend Andy Derby a call to ask him about filling these holes up with dowels.
I wanted to ask you about, so in the engine stringers, and on that Sea Skiff, the engine stringers are Douglas fir, I believe. So there's a whole bunch of old lag holes, through holes. Sure. None of them down low. They tend to be from the middle up. And I'd like to go through right now while I can, clean those holes up, you know, run down through with a drill bit and put a piece of wood in there. Mm-hmm. When that's not, those really aren't going to soak up because they don't get that wet. They are damp. Right. Can I just use a dowel for that, a hardwood dowel?
A hardwood dowel, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And
epoxy it right in?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it would be an issue cross-graining like that.
No, it shouldn't bother.
In the comments on episode 29, somebody mentioned about recessing these hinges. That's not something, I don't know that I've ever seen hinges really recessed on a boat. I don't know if it would be a good idea to drop those down. Might collect water, but maybe the reason that they commented is this section here, and I am not going to ignore that. I will be putting a piece of wood that matches the profile of that. This really, even though it's kind of seems like it's put together for good, it's all got to come apart to do the bright work. So I will add epoxy on a little piece of mahogany here. That will look good when I'm done with it. So no worries. I will not be making them flush. I will not be recessing them. It just seems to me that, I guess I never really thought about it before, but that's the way that's generally done on a boat, is not to be recessed. But I do not like this hanging over, and I will take care of that. Well, I've got my UPS man, Andrew, very well trained. He sees total boat, he puts it in the boat shed. It's a shorter trip for him too. Thanks, Andrew. So let's see what we got in here. Some total bilge and some special brushing thinner, 100. Now I do have a small thing of this, but honestly I haven't used it very much before because much of what I was doing was painting, bilge painting, and basically using disposable brushes and rollers because I'm so hard on them doing that kind of painting. But soon I'll be doing topside paint and all that kind of stuff, which demands a better brush, better implements, which means I'm gonna have to clean them. And you definitely do need this thinner. I don't know what the difference is chemically, but when a regular paint thinner doesn't seem to work. So this special brushing thinner is what you need. I think it's about time to create a floor for the front cockpit area. Okay, I've measured these things, I don't know how many times. Those two slots cut out are supposed to go right over the top of those two seat braces. Does the term fat chance mean anything to you? Well, let's see what happens. I am not going to complain about that. That is for sure. Well, that was pretty successful. Measure 17,000 times and cut once. And it worked pretty well. We're going to do this a little different. That was a solid piece of mahogany that used to sit right here. Now I'm not going to waste all that nice mahogany. I'm going to use that for something else, because with our new deck that comes across here, you're not going to see the back of this. So I'm going to use plywood for this, and then plywood for these seats, which is going to be painted. And then there's going to be permanent upholstery on the seat and on the seat backs, not things that unsnap. It's actually going to be attached to it. So the plywood's not going to be seen, it's going to be covered up. I thought I was done. I was taking this all apart, and then I realized if I'm going to paint tonight, I don't want to be painting even the first coat on this without taking this rectangle out of here first. Oh, we got a coat of paint on these last night, coat of bilge paint, total bilge. We're going to get these in place. We are going to bed them with 4200, which is not permanent. We're going to get both of these in place because we do have paint in between. And then we're going to vacuum this all out and get the rest of the bilge paint in here. So let's get to it. Under the category of making my own life difficult, I just screwed down this floor timber because I'm going to cut this piece up. It can't be one big piece like this. But I can't move this piece out without taking this back off. I didn't notice that. Thank goodness I didn't put all the screws in. I'm trying to anticipate how these pieces would come out of here, because I don't know if any of you have, as you've been watching this, have thought about it, but I am breaking one of my cardinal rules about wooden boats. The number one way to keep your wooden boat staying good is cleaning out the bilge every year. Now, if I put this solid piece of plywood up in here and I can't get to this spot or that little nook up there and clean out these limber holes, well, I've just done all this so that a boat won't last very long. So right now what I'm doing is looking at this board and taking a couple things into mind, making sure that wherever these lines are, that on this side and on this side of the line, there is either a stringer or a frame on both sides so that this is supported. I don't want this thing just hanging off and you wouldn't be able to put anything on it. It would bend and it's going to rattle and it's going to make a lot of problems. So right now I'm thinking if I cut here and here, then this piece would slide right out towards the engine and there's going to be room in front of it. You could kind of take it up. The two sides would be right there. You'd be able to get to them. This, yeah, that's not going to be an issue. So this can come out, this can come out, this can come out. This is probably not going to be able to come out, the center section. I'm thinking that we cut it right here. This center section would be, drop you guys down. So the center section essentially would be from about here to here. So this big area of the bilge and this small area right here. What I'm wondering is, am I going to be able to get in there and in there to clean this out? I don't think so. So I think I either need to make a little hatch, like cut a little hatch in here that's removable like this hatch is on each side, because I can get to the center in the bilge. It's the two little sides here and here that I'm worried about. I think a hatch in each of those would get me what I need. Let me vacuum it out. So many things to think about.
Thank you for calling Jamestown Distributors. Please be sure to visit us at jamestownddistributors.com, where we are always open. For sales and customer service, please press 2. For technical support, press 3. Please hold while we transfer you to the next available support team member.
Speaking to Nick, how can I help you?
Hi, Nick. My name is Scott.ouderkirk from the Wooden Boat Experience. One of my viewers asked, and I couldn't answer this question, and I use a lot of total bilge, and they asked, what makes bilge paint? Why is it different than some other paint?
That is a good question. From what I understand is there is additives to the paint that's going to make it easier for the paint to repel oil and grease, and it's also got an additive that makes it easier to clean off. It says it's an epoxy bilge paint. I don't know exactly what they did, but I do know that it does have a very hard finish.
What is that paint? You know, you have the thinner, what is it called, Special Brushing Thinner 100. Is that a lacquer based or?
Yeah, it's a the high flash naphtha base.
Okay. Well, that answers my question pretty well, and you're going to be on tomorrow's episode. It's going to
Awesome.
put Nick.
I watch you guys every week.
Oh, do you?
That's
Awesome.
Great. Yeah, that's fine.
You guys are a big help. I appreciate Total Boat. It's really awesome.
Yeah, and I appreciate what you do. I really do appreciate what you do, Scott.
All right, Nick. Well, you have a good day, and I'll have more questions,
You too.
and I'm sure I'll be calling you again.
I guess there wasn't any electricity left in that cord. Projects like these are why I keep little pieces of mahogany around. I needed to step that latch catch out a little bit. I had a little nice chunk of solid mahogany, did a bit of sanding on it, and as you can see, if I get in trouble, this is where I end up. It is Thursday morning, and I, as usual, have spent too much time in here fiddling around with things like the little sign, the latch, replacing the screws in those two hinges, putting the floors in. It's now late morning, and I better go get editing, or again, you guys won't get your video. And I know you live for your Friday WBE, or at least some people do.